Welcome, Earthlings, to the spooky Halloween special edition of the Wreak Havoc Film Buffs podcast. I'm your host, Dan Sellers. I don't have Sammie here with me because he's out in a haunted trail in snow camp, covered in makeup, trying to scare the pants off some poor, helpless teenagers. However, Halloween's our favorite season, and we wanted to give our listeners something extra to enjoy. So I've made a compilation of all our spooky folks who have called in to speak with Sammie over the years. We've got demons, we've got serial killers, we've got presidents. I left some of them out. But I've also included some famous icons of the silver screen from horror classics such as Vincent Price and Bela Lugosi. You know, it's just a shame that I'm never around to speak with these celebrities too. Sammie gets all the fun. So without further ado, here's our spooky celebrity call-ins. First up, we have a couple of creepy folks who called in to talk about the movie Ghostbusters.
Okay, let's take another caller. Caller number 3. This is the Dan and Wreak Havoc Film Buffs podcast.
This is Gozer the Gozerian.
Gozer?
Gozer the Destructor. Gozer Fielddraw, that's rather has come.
Oh, really? What do we have to do to avert this disaster?
You have to let me tell a story from the set.
Okay. This bit me on the butt last time, but all right. I like behind the scenes.
Just finished filming my scene, and we had a rap party. And Billy and Danny were doing lines of coke in the bathroom.
Oh, really? Yeah. I hear that.
Ivan came to me and said, "Hey, baby, what can I get for $300?
Okay.
I said, "Ivan, for that you can get the kit or the caboodle.
Okay.
The choice is yours."
And what happened?
He said, "I choose the caboodle." And the choice was made.
Okay. Was he a fan of the caboodle instead of the kit?
It was fine.
Okay.
I've got to go back to my nearest convenient parallel dimension.
Okay. Thank you for visiting us. We hope you don't come back again.
Love the show. Long time listener, first time caller.
Thank you, Gozer. Well, that was odd. That was strange. And Dan always misses these celebrity callers. I don't know, but I don't know that Gozer's really a celebrity. So I don't know how to. You think Gozer's a celebrity?
Yeah.
She was in a film, and she was kind of hot. Oh, wow, we got another caller. This is Wreak Havoc Film Buffs. Welcome to the show.
This is Vigo the Carpathian.
Vigor, what is the deal? Are y'all listening from another dimension or something? Yeah,
Yes, how did you know?
Gozer just called.
I just wanted to call to air a beef.
Okay. I'm not the keymaster.
I think it's total bullshit.
What is?
People don't like Ghostbusters 2 as much as Ghostbusters 1.
Okay. Well, tell me why it's better.
Ghostbusters 2 is a better film.
And
It has babies. It has the Statue of Liberty.
okay.
It has slime. All the feels.
Slime was in the first one.
It has slime. Rivers of slime. Ghostbusters 2 has all the feels.
No, it's not a better movie. I don't know how you can even say that. It has a pretty portrait of you, but besides that, it's not a better.
Cease, sub-creature.
I'd
like to make a quick shout-out to your listeners.
Okay, go right ahead.
I'm looking for a child. If you have a child you'd like to donate to my project, you can find me on Twitter at Vigo_the Carpathian.
Peter Scolari may answer you.
Maybe.
Or Richard Simmons, because that's what that other guy kind of looked like. No.
Go out.
I killed both of those calls, didn't I? I am terrible at this interviewing celebrities kind of thing. But, okay, we've got Gozer and we've got Vigo, and what the hell? We got Ghost again.
Yes, Mom. Hello, Mom.
Mom?
Mom, I know. I gotta go. Yes, me and Sam, you're doing the talk show. Yes.
Doing the talk show.
Shut up. Bye. Love you too. Bye.
That's she thinks it's a talk show. I don't understand how this keeps happening.
Take a phone call or two?
We took 3.
Really?
Yes.
I'm glad we have 3 listeners. That just makes me happy.
They were almost as disastrous as the last 2.
Oh, no. No more dirty stories.
Well.
Next up, we are joined by our pals Jacob Allen and Whitney Colasso to talk about Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I didn't remember the title.
Oh, did you guys hear that? Outside?
What the hell is that?
Those damn,
I don't know.
damn wolves again.
Wolves?
Hey, I gotta go run them off.
Who has wolves?
Dan,
be careful out
I'm
there.
gonna go run them off. I'll be right back, guys. Just take the call or something.
You got your
God,
balls?
here we go.
Who's fixed?
For wolves? I don't think a crucifix is going to help with wolves, Jacob.
Just like every white
I
guy,
don't
he's
think
going to
a
go
gun.
check out the problem. Well, there goes Dad.
You know, we got to. It's a man fix it thing.
Man fix
We got to fix it.
You gotta fix the situation.
I mean, hasn't he watched enough horror to know that there's something you're going to go discover it? It's just...
We'll find out soon enough.
Let's take a call.
Okay.
Wreak Havoc Film Buzz Podcast.
Hello, Sammie. This is Bella.
Well, hello, Mr. Lugosi.
I'm calling to you from the afterworld.
Yes, we have a pretty big fan base in the afterworld. I hope normally it's from hell. I hope you're not there.
I don't know that I'm actually in hell, but it feels like hell.
Oh, it does.
They keep playing that Bauhaus song
Bela
repeatedly,
Lugosi's dead.
non-stop.
Yeah.
But I thought you liked Peter Murphy.
I'm sick of that goddamn song.
Lugosi, you were great as Dracula.
No shit. I hear you talking about my film.
Yeah, your
Yes.
film? No,
Well,
we're
no, not
talking
really.
about Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula.
What?
With Gary Oldman.
That son of a bitch.
I'm sorry. We're talking about Dracula, just not your Dracula.
So you're not talking about the Dracula. A bullshit imposter.
Are you the Dracula? I thought Vlad the Impaler was the Dracula.
Bela is the Dracula.
Oh, okay.
You were excellent, Bella, as Dracula, but Gary Oldman was good too. He was
Fucking
terrific.
Gary Oldman.
Hey, where's your
He can't.
friend?
He's not even double jointed.
It's not even double jointed.
So how's Karloff?
You would never sleep with Gary Oldman.
Yeah, I wouldn't sleep with you either.
Yeah. I hate to bust your bubble,
Bela
Bella.
had such sex appeal. Am I right, Whitney?
Hey. Okay, Bella. Gosh.
Are you living the vampire lifestyle? You go back.
Bela is sick.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it does sound like a pretty bad cough. Do they not have doctors in wherever you are at the afterlife?
Bela needs his medicine.
Okay.
Do you need some garlic?
Bela's looking for his special medicine.
Oh, what is your special medicine?
Yeah. Do tell.
Well, I don't know what they call it on Earth, and 2017, but back in my day we called it H.
AIDS? What?
Are you sure you're not talking about morphine?
We called it the dragon. I chased the dragon.
Are you chasing the dragon?
Oh, chasing.
You doing
Or as I called
heroin?
it, the Dracul.
Bella, that's bad.
No wonder you're an angry person.
He's the son of the dragon.
Sammie,
Yes.
Sammie.
Yes, Mr. Lugosi.
I need you to help me score.
Hey,
I'm sick, Sammie.
I know a guy.
Hit me up after the show.
Okay, we sure will.
I've got to go. The hounds of hell are calling.
Yeah, so we wondered, make sure you send Dan back, please, because he went out after the hounds. I don't know that he's going to make it.
Yes.
We're big fans, though.
Yep.
Of course you are.
Love you long time.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. I bid you farewell.
What, Bella Lugosi's doing heroin? Was that a thing?
I didn't know they had.
Who the hell played Bela Lugosi in Ed Wood?
I was just thinking about him. His name is
Martin Landau.
Yes, Martin
Damn
Landau,
it!
that's right.
I was so going to get him with a Martin Landau
Yeah.
question, and I completely blew it.
because you brought up Karloff.
Because I was like, where's Karloff? I was hoping that there would be some kind of...
Oh,
Answer.
we got it. Let's take another call.
Let's take another.
Wreak Havoc Film Buzz Podcast.
Hello, Sammy. This is Vincent Price again.
Well, Mr. Price, welcome back.
Oh, thanks for having me back.
we ironically enough, we just had a conversation with Bela Lugosi, so it must be haunt season.
He's one of my dear friends.
All right, so that does not surprise me. I can see all you guys just kind of hanging out together.
He's always hitting me up down here in the afterworld.
Again, y'all are just must be in limbo or something. Nobody actually in hell.
He's always hitting me up saying, Vincent, help me score.
Oh, do you know what he's trying to do?
What's that, Sammy?
He's doing heroin.
No shit.
Did you help him?
I gave him his first hit at a party in 1954.
You did. Who turned you into it? Karloff?
Oh, I sold, baby. I didn't use.
Oh, okay. I hear you. So how are things in the afterlife?
It's slow, Sammy.
Is it
I've got nothing to do but listen to your show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh gosh, Vincent Price listens?
Yes, I told you we're big in the afterlife.
Good God.
Most time in hell, but it's
Lugosi and now Price.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a big honor.
I hear you're talking about Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yes, sir, we are. We're big fans here.
I was going to appear in this feature motion picture.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
I
Did you die?
But you were in Edward Scissorhands, and that was great.
That's right. You should be proud of that.
I was in Edward Scissorhands, and I was supposed to go straight from that set to meet with Francis Ford Coppola, but I didn't make it.
Yeah, I don't know that you would have met with him. I don't know that you two would have jibed at all.
Yeah, not sure about that.
Oh, I wasn't going to act in the film. I was going to give him a free hit of H.
So Coppola was a user too?
Well, he would have been.
I hear you, Vincent. Are you making good money at that?
Yes, I'm still making a pretty decent living. Or unliving.
I'm sure there's no consequences doing heroin in hell, so it should be a pretty big business.
As a matter of fact, it is.
Are you still a smoker?
Sammy, I've got to go. Caleb's knocking on my door again.
It's always a pleasure, Mr. Price. Call back anytime.
I'll do that, Sammy.
He's tremendous. That's the second time Mr. Price has called in.
Oh,
Nice.
And he called in last time, and I said, "Hey, I know where we can find a mannequin of you."
Oh, yeah. For sure.
What the hell? I don't know that those were wolves.
I got bit.
You did?
Yeah. Let me give me my rag. I need to tie it off.
That's a different movie. That stars Jack Nicholson.
Damn children of the night. Next, we were talking about Sammie's favorite horror film, Jaws, when one of the stars of the film called in to complain about the director. What is that? Sammy, you see that freaking neighbor with his dog shitting in my yard again? Stop it! Get out of my yard!
Beat the dog. Beat the dog.
Sammy, I'm sorry, man. I'll be right back.
Fine.
Just take a call or something. I'll be right back.
Oh, we're back to calls again. I ain't taking a call in a while. Yeah. Okay, so where are we at in the movie? Oh, the kids were attacked, or the guy was attacked in the sound and killed, or the pond side, as they call it, which leads to our first big attack in daylight. All right, let's take a phone call. Recap Film Buffs Podcast.
Hi, Sammy. This is Richard Dreyfuss.
Well, hello, Mr. Dreyfuss. How are you today?
I'm not so great, Sammy. I'm not very happy.
Oh, okay. What's the matter?
You're talking about Jaws.
Oh, of course we are. It's my favorite horror movie of all time.
Everyone wants to talk about Jaws. No one wants to remember Mr. Holland's Opus.
Oh, well.
What about Bob?
Well, now I like What About Bob, but Mr. Holland's Opus is kind of it's a good movie, but it's not Jaws.
I had the worst time ever working on this movie.
Oh, really? Why?
Steven Spielberg is a monster.
Oh, really? Go ahead.
Did I sleep with his wife? Yes. Okay, I did.
Yes.
But did he burn my house down? Yes.
Oh, really?
Did he shoot my dog? Yes.
Oh, my God. Was it that bad? I thought Robert Shaw was the issue, but it's Steven Spielberg, huh?
He slapped the shit out of me every day we worked on Jaws.
Really? That doesn't sound very fun at all. That's not a good working.
You better have your lines memorized, Richard. I'm going to come up and bite you in the ass.
Oh. You kind of like Jaws, huh?
That's exactly what he was like. He was like the Jaws.
Okay.
What an asshole.
So you were the good guy and Spielberg was the bad guy. Where does Robert Shaw fall into this?
Contrary to popular belief, me and Robert Shaw got along just fine.
Oh, really? Very good. Okay. Oh, that was kind of a devious laugh, maybe.
Shaw hated Spielberg, and Spielberg was the only person, or Shaw was the only person that Spielberg couldn't manipulate.
Okay, that's understandable.
He beat the shit out of me and Roy Schneider on a daily basis.
Oh, so he was abusive too.
The only reason I did Close Encounters was because he basically kidnapped my daughter and held her against her will, and I had to make that picture to get her free.
Well, that's another very good picture. So maybe that was kind of worth it.
Well, maybe.
maybe he's inspiring you. That's he has to beat on you or kidnap your kids or something like that to get you going.
Everyone thinks he's such a great guy. He made Saving Private Ryan and E.T. and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Oh, okay. you not
what an asshole.
Not friends with him anymore, huh?
No, not at all.
Well, that's not good.
I'll never see him again. It'll be too soon.
That's not good. Y'all make really good movies together. Y'all worked really well together.
Sammy, I gotta go. I'm filming a TV movie for TBS.
Oh, very good. Do you know what it's called? Can you release that?
No idea.
Oh.
Just show up, collect a paycheck.
I got you, man. Well, thank you for making great movies all these years.
So long.
Thank you. Wow, Richard Dreyfuss. Kind of a nasal tone to him there, doesn't he? Kind of a weird sound to him. But God almighty, him and Spielberg made some good movies together. between this and Close Encounters and E.T. and
Next up, Sammie and our guest, Megan Squires, were talking about the film Monster Squad when an iconic Crypt Keeper called in to discuss the film.
oh, Lord. Oh, God help me. Liam needs
You should really try to reopen that portal and get Dan back.
I might ought to. Oh, no, I think we'll take another phone call instead.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I won't touch
Who's calling
nothing.
now?
Recap Film Buffs Podcast.
Hello, kitties. This is the Crypt Keeper calling.
Well, hello. How are you? Big fan.
Great, Sammie. How are you?
Excellent. I'm a huge fan.
I knew that you would be, Sammie.
Best TV show of all time.
It was the best TV show of all time.
Oh, I love your puns. You were great as a host, as a horror host for a film festival and a haunted house. I appreciate. I follow your lead as much as I can.
Thank you, Sammie. I love your kind words. It gets pretty old sitting down here in the crypt thinking of puns all day.
Yeah, have you've been out of sight for a while. You got any good new ones?
I heard you were talking about Monster Squad.
Yes, thank you for ignoring my question.
At the end of Monster Squad, I guess poor Dracula really got the point after all.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yes, he probably did, or he did, or whatever.
And then his ending really sucked.
Oh, good one.
That's bullshit. She's taking my life.
Oh, well, it could be you could be like the Gill Man and show up all wet.
Yep.
Sammie, I wanted to tell you I've been following the film festival too.
Yes, sir.
Kudos for another successful year.
Well, thank you. We did it. We were very pleased and very happy with how it turned out this year.
Although I don't agree with your choice for the Best Actor Award.
Well, neither do I, but that's beside the point. Yes, who should have won?
I'm for Tom Gore.
Is it because of his name, or you just
Exactly.
Okay? I like Tom. Tom's a good guy. Tom's my people. That you got a good gore pun coming?
That's my good gore.
Oh, Mr. Crypt Keeper, you're just amazing.
But I've got to go. M. Night Shyamalan keeps threatening to resurrect me on TNT.
Oh, well, I don't. I'm kind of torn about that, but I don't know. We don't need to resurrect you anyway. You've been dead the entire time.
You're right about that, Sammie.
Well, thank you for calling in, and tell John Gozer we said hello.
Will do. Bye-bye, boys and ghouls.
We're big in hell. We're big in hell and limbo or wherever. I don't know where the Crypt Keeper is. The crypt, I guess.
Yeah. Welcome back.
God, it was creepy in Transylvania.
There's the portal.
I need my amulet back.
Sammie, give him the amulet.
I can't even do the amulet right.
Bitch.
You bitch. You bitch.
Oh, man.
So gonna hate me.
Next up, Sammie and I were talking about the horror classic Halloween when a guy in a spooky Ghostface mask abducted me and tied me to a chair. He then decided to give Sammie a call. Let's listen.
No, he just keeps running.
He just got this weird thing.
Yeah, just ignore it. It's all right.
I spilled butter all over my clothes and in the wash.
Speaking of weird things, Sammie, do you see somebody outside the window there?
I have.
Oh, I feel like there's some dude standing in the bushes.
It's not just me, is it? No, I don't think so. You might want to.
Let me go get my.
You might want to go check this out.
Get my knife.
And I hope it doesn't last too long. I'm dying. I'm dying here.
Just
My phone is dying.
Oh, your phone is dying?
No, not really, but close.
We'll take a call or something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
We'll see if this guy
I'm
wants.
dying on the vine. Oh, why did Dan leave me here by myself?
Hello. What are you doing?
This is kind of creepy. Sitting in someone else's house all by my lonesome. Yeah, this is weird. I don't even know that I want to talk about Halloween now because I'm kind of creeped out myself. So if I disappear or you don't hear from me anymore, yeah, come look for me. Okay, let's take a phone call. Recap Film Buzz Podcast.
Hello, Sammie.
Oh, hello.
What's your favorite scary movie?
It depends on what day it is. Halloween.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Jaws.
How about we play a little game?
Oh, Saw.
I've got Dan out in his backyard tied up to a chair.
You do?
You play by my rules and answer the questions. Dan lives.
Okay, I hope the
If
question.
answer's wrong, Dan dies. I'll gut him like a fish.
I hope the questions aren't very hard.
They are very hard. You'll never
Damn.
answer these questions.
Okay, but I'll try.
You said you like Jaws, huh?
Yes.
Who directed Jaws?
How many guesses do I get?
You'll never get this one.
Steven Spielberg.
Oh, very good. Okay, you're a horror guy then.
Yes.
Okay. Next question.
Okay.
Say your prayers, Dan. Who was the original killer in Friday the 13th?
Pamela Voorhees.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
How many of these do I have to answer? I'm really good at this now, I think.
I mean, I'm just going to keep asking until I find a reason.
No, don't. I like that.
This one's going to top the cake. You'll never get this one.
Okay.
What was the name of the doll in the Child's Play series?
You mean Chucky?
Shit.
It's 3. It's most everything comes in 3s. So is he free now?
Maybe I'll just cut his ear off or something.
Yeah. Or he's got 2 kids now. Maybe cut that part off.
I like your sense of humor, Sam.
I see. I got a good one.
One more question, and
Okay.
I'll let him live.
Okay.
What was the name of the killer in Halloween?
Mike Myers?
Wrong.
What?
It's the shape.
It's Mike Myers.
Dead meat.
Damn it. Well, it's gonna. I guess I'm gonna have to finish this by myself then. Okay, so we're at the point in the movie where Annie and Laurie Strode are. I got another phone call. Hang on. Recap Film Buzz Podcast. Mr. Gacy? Mr. Bundy? Mr. Shape? That was weird. I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Dan? Is that you?
It's me.
I thought you were dead, man.
I made it back. This guy in a Ghostface mask grabbed hold of me.
Ghostface?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Well, it's funny. I got a phone call, and
you did?
It was totally not a guy in a Ghostface mask.
Well, I ripped off the Ghostface mask, and it was an ex-girlfriend.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean, usually in the Scream movies.
Okay, well, now she did sound like an ex-girlfriend, so
okay, well, that's
calling her. So
she had one of those voice changer things too, and she was making phone calls. I don't know what that was about. Next up, from the film Psycho, Mrs. Bates called in to give Sammie a hard time, which oddly turned kind of flirtatious. Check it out.
All right, let's take another call. Recap Film Buzz Podcast.
Hello, Sammie. I heard you talking about my son, Norman.
Yes, Mother.
I don't appreciate the unkind words you're saying about him. He's a good boy.
He's a little pervy.
He's a filthy little pervert.
Yes, I see. I told you.
He needs to have his little weenie cut off with scissors.
Oh, that's kind of not appropriate. No, I don't. That's kind of harsh.
He's always talking with the whores and sluts and leaving me to rot in my room and listen to podcasts.
Wow, that's terrible. Is he really that bad?
I have nothing to do. I'm so bored. That's why I listen to your show.
Well, I don't know that's kind of uncalled for, too. Our show's pretty good.
It's a whore show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm a hoe. I'll admit it.
You're a whore, Sammie Castle.
Yes. And so is your son.
You're talking with... How dare you say that about my boy? Norman's a good child.
Oh, no. I would...
Except for when he talks to those sluts.
But they're pretty.
His little penis gets hard.
Is it a little penis? I don't know. I haven't looked. Okay. You gonna cut him off?
Maybe.
Leave Normie alone.
He always takes care of me. He hides me from the police.
Yeah.
He cleans up after me.
Yeah, you do make a mess from time to time.
I can't help myself.
You do? Do you like the ladies too?
I'll never tell.
Oh, I hear you, Mother.
Sammie, I'd like to have you up to the house sometime for sandwiches and milk. It's nothing fancy, but it's dinner.
As long as it's not hot milk fresh out of the cow.
I can guarantee it'll be hot.
Oh, that's terrible.
How dare you talk to me that way?
You're terrible.
Of a man.
What? Yeah, I'm a slut. I can't deny it. Mother. Mother.
I'm sorry, I was just putting on my wig and changing.
Oh, where are you headed?
I'm sharpening my knife.
Should I turn around? Are you? Wait, I'm not. I'm in the shower right now.
You know, we have a lot of vacancies, Sammie.
Oh yeah. Are they all vacant?
Actually, yes, they're all vacant.
I shouldn't talk to you while I'm in the shower.
Well, Sammie, I've got to go.
Okay. You got some chocolate syrup for my Sunday?
I've got to see what that nasty little boy is doing.
Ah, okay. Yeah, he's up to something, I'm sure.
So long until we meet.
Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Mother. Thank you for calling. Dude, she was kind of creepy. I like Hitchcock, even though he's kind of pervy. I wonder if all directors back then were like that. That's kind of like a standard thing, isn't it?
Mom. Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I love you. Love you too. Love you too. Love you too. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Mommy.
God, that's a
Bye-bye,
lot.
Mommy.
That's
Bye-bye,
a lot of
Mommy.
loving.
Bye. Bye.
That's a lot of loving.
Jesus Christ. Well, a mother is a boy's best friend, so.
And that's strangely appropriate.
Never want to teach her.
So we were talking about The Exorcist with our good friend Chad Hunt when I got violently ill all of a sudden. And that's when the demon Pazuzu called in to discuss the film with our guest.
Are you all right?
You okay? I don't know.
Is something wrong? Oh, damn. Come on, man.
No. Excuse me. Oh, God. I gotta go.
Did you have too much pea soup?
Pea soup for dinner. Give me a second. Can I just take a call or something?
Okay. Here we go with the calls
I'm sorry,
again.
Chad. You had to see
Every
that.
time
That's
the calls happen.
See that, Chad.
Every time. Ugh, that was.
You got it on my shoe.
That's disgusting, man. It kind of looks kind of like Reagan standing over there in the corner with a little pea soup dribbling down her chin.
That was nasty.
Wasn't that disgusting?
That was disgusting.
I don't know. Sometimes. Oh, let's take a phone call. Because we're boring everybody. Recapping Film Buffs Podcast.
Hi, guys. This is Pazuzu calling.
Pazuzu! How are you today?
Pazuzu, baby.
I'm well, Sammy. Chad, how are you?
I'm good.
What have you been up to? We haven't heard from you in a while.
Oh, possession here, possession there. These things come and go. I heard you talking about The Exorcist, and I just want to throw my 2 cents in here, guys.
Throw them in.
Yeah.
So, this film, it's a good movie. It's good. I'm not going to lie. It's a good film.
How do you feel about its portrayal of you?
That's my problem.
Okay.
That's my problem with this film. Okay? They use my name. Guys, they use my name in this film. It's not fair. Listen, I have a very great track record with possessions. Not in 5,000 years, I've never been exercised one time. They use my name, which is bullshit.
So you want a royalty? Is that what you're saying?
Did you want a royalty, or are you saying this is false that you
feel you've been portrayed in portrayal?
Tarnished my good reputation in the demon community, okay? They could have used any of these other little bitch demons like Azrael or, those guys.
Yeah, they're all bitch demons.
They get exercised all the time. I've never been exercised. So to throw my name in the hat is not fair.
Wait, I'm confused. You've never exercised? Does that mean you're a fat demon?
I have never. Very good, Sammy.
Sorry, don't possess me. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Pazuzu possesses you. You start eating donuts and pizza.
I ran into William Peter Blatty in the Palm having lunch one time, and I confronted him.
Yeah.
I said, "Look, man, this is bullshit. You use my name in your picture. It's bullshit." And he was all like, "Oh, I don't know where. I don't remember. Oh." And I was like, get him out of here. Don't give him his coat. Just get him out of here.
Yeah. So
that's what I call him.
This sounds a lot like that sounds a whole lot like stuff Donald Trump would say.
Whoa! Wait a minute now. That's a little over the line, don't you think?
Well, no, I'm just saying that's I've seen that commercial, so I'm pretty sure that's a Donald Trump thing. Are you saying that?
That's not fair, Sammy.
Are you saying you're possessing Donald Trump?
I may be a demon, but I'm not a monster, okay? That's not fair.
Oh, jeez.
You know what? Screw you guys. I'm going to be seeing you very soon, Sammy.
Hey,
very soon.
You need to get off phone so we can talk about this great movie that you're in. Bye, Pazuzu.
Pazuzu hung up on me.
Pazuzu hates us.
He talks about bitch demons. He just hung up.
I know. He couldn't handle it.
Azrael wouldn't have hung up on us like that.
And last but not least, we were discussing The Silence of the Lambs with our guest Andy Titus when a real-life serial killer called in. Enjoy.
Recap Film Buffs Podcast.
Hi, this is Jamie Gum.
Oh, Mr. Gum, how are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
Excellent. Are you still in prison?
No, I'm the real James Gum.
Oh,
the character Buffalo Bill was based on me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
All
I've
right.
never been caught.
Oh, all right.
I
Really?
was a technical advisor on the film.
So you were a technical advisor and they never caught you?
Yeah.
How did you get away with that?
I worked with Ted Levine to help craft his character.
Yes, and was it completely based on you?
Pretty much. I mean, everything but the whole suit thing. When you see the suit in the film, it's only half completed. I have at least 3 or 4 fully completed woman suits.
Really now?
Yeah.
So have you continued? Has the movie squelched your desire to kill, or are you still active?
No, I'm pretty active.
Oh.
They've never caught me or anything.
And
still looking for size 14s?
I do live in Belvedere.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Never been caught.
You never been caught.
Hey, Sammie.
Yes. Wait, how do you know my name?
I'm a big fan of the show.
Oh, okay, of the show.
Long time listener, first
time. Dan says he loves your work.
Hey, Sammie.
Yes.
Is Annie a blonde?
No.
I need a blonde wig.
Okay. We really don't know a lot of blondes now that I think about it.
Is her skin nice?
I haven't touched it, but I would imagine so. She looks like she uses coconut oil.
Where is this going?
I'm thinking of taking a road trip
Are you to where?
to Greensboro.
Oh, well, that's good. I live in Winston. Annie lives here, though. You want our address?
Sure.
I'll text it to you. Send me a number.
I'll tweet you tonight.
That'll work.
The only serial killer to ever take a road trip to
Oh my God. Okay, that's our first serial killer call. Yeah. Hey, you might want to get in here and lock the door.
Yeah.
Hey, get out of here.
You need to get in here and lock the door. Lock the door.
Please.
Get in here and lock the door. Dude, did you lock the door?
I locked the door. I bought a few magazines from this guy.
Wait, whoa. What? Okay, a few magazines from this guy. Didn't have on a female skin suit, did he?
No, I mean he had a van. He had a cast on his arm. But
did he have a box of comic books?
As a matter of fact, yeah.
I don't know if it's because
I've generally got pretty good instincts for these things.
Because it's so damn late.
He's just so annoying.
That was the funniest shit.
So I helped him move the chair into his van.
Yeah.
And
is that
and then he
offered
us
along?
And then I saw he had a whole shitload of Thors, and I was like, oh hey. And then he's like, I'll sell them to you, and I was like, I'll here's $5. Get the hell out of the property. We're trying to podcast here. You got a lot of people knocking on your door in the middle of the night?
Not too many, but occasionally.
It's weird, huh?
They usually ask for a cup of sugar.
I'm gonna die.
Sammie promised Jamie Gum my address, and that I use coconut.
What?
oil.
Wait. Did you guys take calls?
Jesus Christ.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to the show. We hope you've enjoyed it and enjoy all our other episodes. Just in case you're looking for some more horror films, we've talked about a bunch of different ones over the years, including It Follows, Zodiac, A Nightmare on Elm Street, The Blair Witch Project, The Exorcist, Sleepaway Camp, Seven, The Silence of the Lambs, Jaws, Alien Covenant, The Crow, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Phantasm, The Monster Squad, Psycho, The Shining, It, Halloween, and Friday the 13th. And if you're really looking for something spooky to listen to, check out our other show, the Carolina Haints Podcast, produced and hosted by yours truly. It's a show about ghost stories, folklore legends, unexplained mysteries, and the dark history of the Carolinas. You can find it on iTunes, Google Play, and YouTube. Check us out at our website, wreakhavocproductions.com. You can find Sammie Cassell on social media at Sammie Cassell, that's SammieCassell. And you can find me on Instagram at Wreak Havoc Productions. I'm also on Twitter at Hank vs. the Undead. Feel free to email us with all your questions and comments and concerns at wreakhavocproductions@gmail.com. We'll be back in a few weeks with a brand new episode. Tune in then, folks.